Welcome to Bedtime Stories with Brother Wolf. Today we'll be listening to The Smell Thief, so settle down, find a comfortable position, and snuggle into bed, because you will be pleasantly surprised by this old but favorite story from long ago and far away. The Smell Thief. Once long ago, in a city far away, there lived a poor farrier, that is, a man who puts the shoes on horses. He had had a very successful practice for a while, but then his daughter had been sick, and he had been distracted, and things had not gone well with the business, and now times were tight. He could not afford even to buy any lunch. So as he worked every day, he would think of how times would get better, and he would think how he could do without a little food for lunch, just so things could get better in the future, and his child could grow up happy. But one day he noticed that his neighbor nearby, the baker, whose business was thriving, the smells that came out of the bakery were so beautiful, and so tasty, and so delicious, that the farrier, he went and stood in front of the bakery for lunch each day and smelled the delicious aromas of the cakes and the pastries. He smelled the breads. Oh, and he thought to himself, this is almost as good as eating it. Well, after doing this for several weeks, the baker, whose busy staff did all manner of things for him, noticed this man who stood each day when the bakery was very busy outside, never coming in, and the baker went outside and said, "Friend, please come in and buy something." And his neighbor, the farrier, said, No, I'm just here to smell. I don't want anything." The baker was confused. "You just want to smell? You just want to smell my food?" "You know, I have worked hard on this food," said the baker. I went to a prestigious school. I received all the awards and honors. This bakery is renowned throughout the city, and yet you stand here taking the best of what I have to offer for free?" "For free?" said the farrier. "For free? This is smell, my friend. It's just smell." "Sure you jest." "No," said the baker, "I don't jest. Police, arrest this man for stealing my smells." Well, the police came. They were a little startled, but it seemed like an easy thing. Here was this poor man dressed poorly, and this rich man dressed richly, and was the custom of police to obey the commands of the wealthy, for they do pay the taxes that pay their salaries. And so the farrier was arrested and taken to the city court. Now it happened in this city that a wise man was the judge, and he was known throughout the city for his wisdom. When he saw this case before him, and he saw the few in attendance, he saw in his mind's eye an opportunity of sorts. He asked the nature of the case, and the baker accused his neighbor, the poor man, of stealing his smells that he'd worked so hard to create. And the poor man just shrugged his shoulders. "Do you have any money?" said the judge to the farrier. "Not really. My daughter's been sick. It's all gone to the doctors." Said the judge. "Well, I pass judgment such. Let 1 chest of gold be brought here tomorrow, and the baker shall receive his just reward." Both the baker and the farrier were confused. What manner of punishment is this? But the baker was filled with the thoughts of the gold. When the judge had pronounced his judgment, the reporter in the back of the room sat up and looked surprised. Perhaps the judge is going senile. Perhaps he's not the wise man we all thought he was. Perhaps he's gone a little crazy to reward the baker for making a smell from the city treasury. Why, this is a great story. And he went out and wrote all about it. And the next day, the courtroom was packed. There were people lined outside trying to get in. The baker was so excited. He was thrilled. Oh, he was just excited. And the farrier, he was very nervous. in came the gold, brought there to the court in a banker's truck. The gold was brought in by the guards, and there was the chest. The judge looked at the baker. Is this enough gold for your loss? Oh, more than enough, said the baker. More than enough. Oh, good, said the judge. Guards, will you, pick up the gold from inside the chest and let it fall between your fingers back into the chest? As you wish. So one of the guards from the royal treasury came over and picked up the gold and let it fall between his fingers, clatter down amongst its friends and brethren in the pile. The baker looked surprised. Your Honor, I can hear the gold just fine. May I have some now and take some home for the harm that has done me and my own? No, said the judge. My judgment is this. And the people were astounded to hear his words, and they hushed and were quiet. My judgment is this. If you are harmed by someone else smelling your food, then your reward is to hear the sound of the gold. For that surely must be payment enough for the smell of food, especially one who is not ashamed to let a hungry man smell his food. I say, dear friend baker, my judgment is this. Let no man come to your bakery and buy bread each day until you have given a loaf of bread to a hungry man in this city. And the baker was ashamed to hear those words. And the people saw them, and saw that the words of their judge, their wise man, was just. And his words were kept, for none of the people would go in the bakery until they saw one of the hungry who stood outside was given a loaf of bread by that baker. And the farrier and the baker later became friends. And such is life. I hope you enjoyed that story. I hope you will consider listening to some of my other stories, and perhaps you will also consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, or perhaps hitting the like button below. That'd be great. You're also welcome to go to the website and to find your way to our CD store, where many stories are on sale. Welcome to Bedtime Stories with Brother Wolf. Today we'll be listening to The Smell Thief, in which a baker gets his just desserts. Oh, it's so painful. If you want, you could take just a minute to click that like button right there, the like button, on the YouTube. No, don't go. The like button. Can you just push the could you just push the button? Just push the and make a comment. Thanks for pushing the like. Could you make a comment now? I mean, don't go. Just come back here. Don't walk away from me. Like button. You could push the like.